there, Chico Country Day School. Welcome to the Wednesday update. Sorry I missed y'all last week, but I'm here for a quick update. I wanted to give a shout out and a super appreciation to all of the families and the kids and the teachers and the staff members who are supporting student-led conferences. This is a foundational piece of project-based learning and what we do as a school. And the kids have done so awesome. It's been great to see the work that they've done, what they're sharing. Many of you have been able to extend the invitations for the SLCs far beyond just the local Chico, who lives here, who might be able to attend an in-person conference. We've had family members from New York and Florida and Texas and grandparents and uncles and aunts and neighbors. And it's been so great for the kids to share their learning, take ownership, and use their own voice to talk about their progress this year. So thank you all for helping make that coordinate and make this work for our kids. I wanted to share something quickly with you all that the state of California is really supporting, and you can look for these pieces as your kids get ready to restart school in August. So California and our state board president, Linda Darling Hammond, have put together this whole reimagining schools, like how we're going to reopen and what the next few years are going to look like. And so this little framework here, and I can include a link too, so you can look at all of it, this restorative restart idea. And we talked about this maybe 6 or 8 weeks ago, where I shared the article from The Atlantic about the kids are not broken and how we're not going to continue the narrative of learning loss, and instead shift the deficit mindset and think about where they've grown and what they've accomplished, and continue to provide relevant, rigorous, and meaningful curriculum and keep supporting them and moving forward. And this whole restorative restart is a really important piece to that too. So the first 6 weeks of school, when your kids come back, you're really going to be able to see that we're going to center relationships, addressing whole child needs. Right now we have a position available at the school for a school social worker. We're going to continue to have our second step and social emotional learning as a key component of what we do with kids. We use restorative practices for discipline and for creating community and for restoring relationships when there's harm. We're going to keep doing those things. A lot of what works well with this restorative restart from the school are already things that we do at Chico Country Day School, which is wonderful. And there's funding and federal money and state money to help support these things even further, which is fantastic. The third pillar here in that restorative restart is strengthening staffing and partnerships. And we have some very robust professional learning opportunities for our classified and certificated staff in the areas of phonemic awareness and reading, and also in math and more as well. Like I mentioned before, just making teaching and learning relevant and rigorous so that it doesn't feel remedial, so that kids don't get this mindset or this message that they're behind or that they missed something, or, that they had learning loss. We're going to really look at the learning that they did and continue to build and grow and give all the kids opportunities to stay very curious, to feel challenged, and to move forward together. And then also to empower teams to reimagine and rebuild systems, to really be thoughtful about the equity that's built into our school and how we are being inclusive and considering students and keeping them as a part of our community, and really, thinking about what can we take away from this last year and a half, because, we've learned a lot, and also what should we keep doing that we learned during this time, and what should we stop doing that we used to do before? And so just building that capacity to think through some of those things. It's not on this graphic at this moment, but also know that there's a team of us who are meeting every week working on our graduate profile for Chico Country Day School. So this is some work that we started a few months ago. It does align with what we're doing with Altitude Learning, but it's a separate grant that we received from Silicon Schools Fund to look at what does it mean to be a graduate of CCDS? What are the qualities and what are the hopes and the aspirations that we have for students as they go through a CCDS education? And so we have a group that's working on this first draft of it. And then when we come back to school in August, we'll be looking at this as a staff with students, with parents, with community members to get feedback and continue to revise and adjust as needed this graduate profile. So I feel super hopeful as we're kind of entering a new phase of this pandemic and sort of growing out of it and seeing what the next steps are, that we have this great framework for restorative restart and the graduate profile and the math, professional learning, and really addressing the whole child needs and supporting your students where they are. We know that for the next 2 or 3 years, there may be some unique and different needs, and we are positioned well as a school. We're a strong organization. We are going to meet the kids where they are and do what needs to be done to keep moving everybody along. And we appreciate you and your role that you play in that too. And that's why I wanted to share this with you so you can get excited about it as well. And you can click on the link. I'll include it with the video. And there's a whole brief that they wrote and the research behind why they're doing this. If you ever really want to geek out and talk with me about this, send me an email and we can chat, because this is the stuff that gets me really excited. How are we going to meet kids where they are? How are we going to make their learning meaningful and relevant, rigorous, and just really impactful for them and for our community? We got this. We are a strong community and organization, and I can't wait to keep working with your kids and with you. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Thanks for taking 7 minutes to watch this video today. I appreciate you. Enjoy the cool, nice weather, the sunshine, get outside. And thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.